Hey everybody, and welcome to the 23rd episode of Panorama to UCL starring Dartford FC. It's our second episode in the championship, and for you guys, for your continuous support, viewership, and all that, I have prepared a special surprise for you. It will be a little more in terms of content for today, much content, I mean. So yeah, let's see what I'm talking about because it's very easy to just talk about it with nothing to back it up. So let's see it. Today we tune in for an amazing, beautiful three-header game against Peterborough away from home, which ties in with the last game that we had on this series, the 2-2 draw against Peterborough, game against Cardiff at home, and in the FA Cup, a game against South Shields in the FA Cup. I said that already, right? So yeah, let's see. Let's now go through the results. Talk a little bit about the current squad, and yeah, going into the games. We followed up the uh, draw against Peterborough and the draw against Sheffield United with a very good 4-1 win against Barnsley away from home. Rotation was key here because I wanted the team to be fully fit for the Cardiff game, which in hindsight was a huge mistake. But we won the game against Barnsley. Very good performances from Nonti, though he missed a penalty, but O'Kane really was good. We followed that up with a defeat against Cardiff 3-2. They were just way better than us. Most of the teams in the league are way better than us. We then beat the Bournemouth at home 2-0. Very good goal from Hull because Bakayoko was suspended, so Hull had to play, and he performed quite well. I might say so. Olgin with a rare goal. At that time, it was not rare, but as you'll see recently, it's a rare goal. Then 2-0 defeat against West Brom. Me being a Villa fan, I don't know how to feel about this defeat. I think this is the defeat that I'm most upset by. At the end of the day, West Brom is just way above us in any capacity. They have this guy that is on as high of a wage as our entire wage budget, so I can't be really that upset about this defeat. 3-3 against Bristol City at home. This was a winnable game, I felt like. We were lucky to even get the draw. 96th goal from Hudson really saved us and offered us a point. We gave away two penalties, so basically we are, as you see throughout this run of games, we are the Riley Reid of Football Manager, which, yeah, I don't know how to feel about being a Riley Reid of Football Manager. 2-1 defeat against Charlton uh, was really the most upsetting result in the season. Charlton was the team that came up with us last season. It was our main rival last season, and it was one. And they're rock bottom. That's the thing. So Charlton are rock bottom. Were rock bottom at that point. So I really thought we could get a result against them. Boy, was I wrong. Was I very wrong. We missed a lot of chances. We didn't create as many as I would have liked. But those chances that we created, we missed. So when you miss chances, this is what you get. We actually won against Swansea via a very good goal from Whitewick. Very good result, unexpected result. Swansea is just a much better team than ours. They have Calvin Ramsey as a wing back on the right. If you compare him with who is on our right, David something, right? Bugai. There is a slight difference in their quality. Slight difference in quality. Very slight difference. Anyways, it was a good result. 2-0 win against Luton. Danso with a goal, Adu with a goal. I had to play Adu off the bench, and he really performed. And he started to perform a lot. He's been great for us off the bench. Then 3-2 win against Coventry. Once again, White Week with a goal in the 96th minute. Amazing stuff. I was not expecting a win. I was resigned to a draw, and then just White Week gets a goal out of nowhere. So I am suddenly happy. 1-1 draw against Blackpool. Fair result. We were 1-1 down and held our own, actually. It was a fairly even game, even if it was a 10v11 affair. We actually took the lead with a Danso goal in the 79th minute, but they equalized right before the final whistle. So, yeah, nothing to complain about though. So I'm happy with the result. If Olgin was were not sent off in the 20th minute, it would have been a very different result. But given that happened, nothing more that I could do. I was super proud of the guys. 2-2 draw against Leeds was really the outlining result in this round of form. Leeds have Noto, who is just insane for this level. He shouldn't be allowed to play in the championship, basically. He's easily a Champions League or Europa League player, but he's playing in the championship. So, us managing to get this draw was immense. Very good performance from Bakayoko. A rare goal from the guy. He scored two in the last round of games, which I don't know how to feel about that. He should be scoring much more goals as a center back, but it is what it is. Maybe my set pieces are not that great. 1-0 defeat against Sunderland, followed by a 1-0 defeat against Coventry. We beat Coventry away 3-2 and lost at home 1-0. Make what you will of that. The Sunderland result, though, was fair. I really thought we could get a result because we played very well, but at the end of the day, they are first in the championship. They are by 6 points first, so really it was a result that I was anticipating. Now, in the last four games, we won. 3-1 win against Millwall, very good win. Too bad Whitewick got sent off right before the final whistle, but it is what it is. Weigel with a goal, that's good to see. Not Augustine, Weigel, who is improving, but not as much as I would have hoped. He is a very good player though, so he's vital for us. A game in the FA Cup against Grimsby, fully rotated squad. Good performance from Gills actually. He had two massive chances. He scored one, missed another, but it's good to see that he's getting into positions, he's scoring. Then a 2-1 win against Sheffield United. Very good goal from Hudson. Very good goal from Alguin. Hudson is improving, and he's improving quite well. The only problem I have with the guy is that he's not that great, to be honest. In 24 games in the league, 5 goals and 7 assists is really not that much, considering he's our main outlet for the attacks. So yeah, that's really not that great. And in our most recent game, we played the rotated squad. Chris, 2 goals, amazing performances as of late. He's declining as a player. He hasn't really improved. I tried to sell him, but stupid me offered him a contract extension at the start of the season, so I cannot sell the guy. One player that I'm intending to sell is actually Nanti, even though he played well recently and his ratings are pretty decent. I don't think he fits anywhere in our system. So, keeping that in mind, as long as he is viewed as having enough potential, I'm looking to selling the guy. I tried to transfer list him, nobody wants to come in for him. I would be happy even with 200k for him. I don't think he is worth that much, but potentially we can find a sucker to pay the money. If we can find a sucker to pay the money, I would be more than happy. We've had very good deals in the past. This year though, nothing. Nobody came in with huge offers for players, only for Augustine, but I'm not selling Augustine. Over my dead body, dead cold body, I'm selling Augustine. The problem in all of these games is that we create a lot of chances, we just cannot score them, and then we do some defensive howlers that are just insanely stupid, like failed first touches, balls hitting our players in the back, and all that crazy stuff. Which makes me wonder if my team is actually the Riley Reid of Football Manager. But enough about Pornhub jokes. Let's look at the form. So, David has actually picked up his form. He's improved constantly since he joined the club. I was not expecting that. He is finally starting to look like the player I was hoping to sign at the start of the season. I think If we remain in the championship, this is a position I might look into improving. Uh, Other than that, Hull has been playing recently because where is he? Robinson is suspended, and when Robinson is not suspended, then Bakayoko is suspended, so he has to play more games than I would have liked. But he performed at this level, which is surprising, but a pleasing surprise, right? Then we have nobody that was a standout performer in the last games. Probably Augustine and Hudson have been finally starting to perform, and Knight as well. Knight had a very poor run of form, and then just switched up completely, like 180 degrees. He's starting to put in the performances. He's starting to play amazingly, and nothing to say about the guy. He's very good, as he's done so. Don't get fooled by the average ratings. The average ratings are misleading for ball-winning midfielders. He is amazing for us. He's doing the tackles, he's doing the interceptions, he's just a rock in the midfield. He's roaming a lot, so maybe that's what the match engine doesn't like, or the rating engine doesn't like. But I'm very pleased with his performances. As I am with Guler. He started to decline a little bit, but he's been fairly solid when we called upon him, as was Chris. So keeping that in mind, we actually have two injuries and one suspension for the today game. We have Duar, who is just a rock in the heart of our defense, goalkeeping position. He's injured for I think 3 weeks. Yes, 2 to 3 weeks. It's gonna be a grueling 3 weeks because the only option is Dawson, who is much worse than him. At least the aerial reach is very good for him. I cannot believe I paid 100k for the guy. Very good business in the market for me. Applause, applause. Robinson is suspended. I mean, he's always suspended. He has played very well for us thus far. I'm super happy with the guy. He is one of the reasons we are as high as we are. And Weigel is injured. Weigel is injured for 2 days. I think out of the whole squad, he is our best player. Ability wise, I think he is our best player. Either him or Augustine. Both of them are just insanely good for this level, and I'm really looking forward to see what more they can bring to the table. And the only problem is that they are attacking players. I don't have, except for Robinson, admittedly, I don't have that defensive player or defensively minded player that is just insanely good and the staple of our team, right? The rock of our team in the defense. I don't have that, except for Robinson, but really he isn't that great. So keeping that in mind, let's go. Let's look at the league a little bit. We are in seventh, 5 points off Birmingham, and my only desire is just to avoid relegation. But I think we have already avoided it. We've hit that 40-point mark, which usually, in my recollection, means that you are probably safe from the drop. That's what I'm hoping on today. In terms of finances, because of the cup run, we are actually only short of half a mil under the weight under the red red line. I think by the end of the season we will actually receive a lot of money. A guy in my comment section on last night's stream was talking about that the money at the end of the season for championship clubs, the TV money is just a massive boost compared to Skybet League One. So I'm hoping for at least 2 million, hopefully. Maybe 1 million would be enough, but I want more money so I can bring on better players and have a higher wage budget than 59k, basically less than Noto's salary. Let's go to the first game. Peterborough away. And Peterborough awaits us. Fans, fans, you've got to love them. Don't mind me, I'm still sick with the flu. So I make more stupid puns than usual and more stupid takes than usual. So I want to see actually the league table here. I don't know why I'm looking compulsively
at the league table because there's no reason for it. It's not like we're gonna get to the playoffs or that's our purpose for this season. Our purpose this season is just to avoid relegation and that's it. Next season, I'm thinking about a more rational. Uh, I'm thinking that a more rational, I don't know, expectation would be just to finish at the top of the table, in the top half of the table, rather. Sorry. Olgin is injured. Mm, I think he was injured before the game, but I decided to chance him. Unfortunately, he lost possession and we got scored against, which is not that great. And nothing is Oh, something is happening. Can we bring the ball forward? Ball on the left side. What can you do, my man? Can you put in a very good cross? No, but you can pass to Danso. Danso to David. David, can you cross now? Augustine scores. It was it was lucky, but he was in the right position. I doubt that David actually made the play, but I mean he made the play technically, but was this an assist? It was a poor cross. That's what it was. But he is credited with an assist. I'll give it to him. Maybe I'm too harsh on the guy because he's been disappointing starting this season. But recently he's been very good. He's been improving a lot in training and in general, form-wise, he's been improving. I don't think we will win the game or hold on to the draw, and we don't hold on to the draw. This guy scores. I mean, I can. Is there anything else that I can say about the guy? I mean, he looks like much better than my whole squad. I don't have anybody this good in my squad. That's the problem. I think he is their best player from what I'm seeing in the attack. This guy is very good. Too bad he's not playing for us. Second goal is 3-1 up for Peterborough, and we are in deep shit. We've had only one chance the whole half. Really isn't that great. It really puts into perspective a lot of things. Uh, the the biggest talking point would be how much we're overperforming, and when the system fails, it fails spectacularly. And when the players really don't turn up, then you can finally see very big cracks in our system and how we actually perform. Let's switch up to a more attacking mentality. Just commit more men forward, hoping for that the extra numbers in the attack will give us an edge.
I think it's also the fact that Dawson is starting. I feel like Duar would have saved at least some of them. I should have I should have bought a more decent goalkeeper, but I couldn't find anybody. That's the problem. Maybe I should have brought in two goalkeepers on loan and rely on them. But I mean, hindsight is perfect, right? Hindsight is beautiful. Knight scores. I was just wanting to sub him off, but at this point, he is on. I need him. Very good goal from him. We're starting to look like a team that can win the game. I mean, win a game. At least draw level. It's impossible to win the game at this point. I think I have to chance Chris on the right hand side and perhaps Medina as well. Let's trust Medina. He is very good though. Could we could we get the ball back and spark a counter attack? No, we could not. Oh, or we could. It was a fall, ref. Red card, clearly red. Augustine wins the header, but that's for naught because we lose the ball. I should have chanced Gills. And that's on me. And Cannon scores. Where was my defense? They were already in the locker room. A corner. Can we score from it? No. Or O'Kane misses. Of course he misses. Every time there's a chance like that, it's missed. I don't know why I was getting excited about. I knew it was gonna be a miss. Very good hull. And now Chris can bring the ball forward and lose the ball as well. Good job, Chris. I want to sell the guy. I just want to sell the guy, but he's fast. What if I bring what if I do this so that we don't rely on Chris getting the ball forward? Oh, it's a pen. Perfect. What we needed. How'd you know, guys, that this is exactly what we needed? I think the result flatters them a lot. It really shouldn't be 5-2, but when we play like crap, we get crapped on. Right. I should be furious with Dawson, honestly. I am gonna go at him. Seems demotivated. I paid 100k for you. What are you demotivated about? I'm demotivated about you. It's stupid backup goalkeeper that cannot save a goal. And I'm paying him a lot of wages too. Not really a lot, but how much? How much is he on? He's on 1.9k. It's way too much for someone of his caliber. He looked much better beforehand. He is better than Edai. So I was expecting him to perform, but apparently Edai was a strange case. I don't want to loan him. I want to sell him. There's no reason to loan him out. I really want to cash in on him. If I wanted to loan him, I would have loaned him directly. I have no money to bring anybody in. We are dirt poor. Nobody's bidding on my players. So, yep, this is the team we're stuck until the end of the season because I made all 5 loans from a club that I could. 4 loans from a club that I could. I have Diwar, Bakayoko, Guler, and Whitewick from Chelsea. And I cannot bring any other loanees. That's the problem. So I have to rely on them until the end of the season, which isn't really great, but it is what it is, I guess. I made my bed. I'm sleeping in it right now. In hindsight, maybe I should have been smarter about it. But again, hindsight is a very beautiful thing to have. I do left on loan. That is very good. He gets a little more first in football experience. David is suspended as well. Stuff you love to see. Though are still injured. Robinson suspended. I just talked before starting the games how Robinson is constantly suspended. This is such an example. Either Robinson or Bakayoko are suspended. This is the status quo, and this has been the status quo for the last past months. We're playing against Cardiff. This is a winnable game, especially since we're playing at home. The home advantage should be enough to see us through, but let's see. I I don't think I should trust the team. That's the problem. Hudson, can you get a pass? And it's a pen, right? Augustine is taking it. Augustine got the pen. Augustine is taking it. Very good goal. 1-0 up in the 5th minute. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Sunderland are on 62 points. I mean, 17 points off first. Do we have a chance? Doubtful. Very doubtful.
Hudson, can you provide a good cross? No, you cannot.
We are so good in this game. 7 shots on off target, 7 shots in total, 4 on target against their 0, and almost 2 xg in what, 13 minutes? That's amazing. Holy crap. We're finally playing some good football. I wanted this level of performance against Peterborough, but apparently we can. I know you're capable of even better. Nothing has happened the rest of the half, so we had the flurry of chances in the start of the game, then silence. Enjoy the silence. We're like Depeche Mode. Alrighty, righty. Augustine, controversial tackle, but it was not flagged as a foul, so holy crap. What did Tolkien do there? It wasn't great vision, honestly. It was just an individual effort. The pass itself was pretty rudimentary. One man beaten, second man beaten, and the goalkeeper as well. Holy crap. I was half expecting a pass to Hudson, but no need for that passing shit. He just took it into his own hands, and finally I'm seeing some quality from Olgin. He kind of lacks pace. I mean, he has a fair amount of pace, but he just makes it up by being very technical, and that was on full display there. His agility and balance on the ball are amazing. I think this is how he can provide some very good chances. They are attacking right now. Maybe we can use that to spark a new counterattack. I think in a couple of minutes it's high time I make some changes. Right, Dawson with the long ball forward. Hudson actually wins the header. Surprising, but very poor pass from Knight. Means that they are building up from the back, which I don't particularly like. And what did Bakayoko do there? Very good tackle from Wharton, but too bad Bakayoko's positioning was all over the place. Other than that, it's a very good performance. I think I'm finally satisfied with our performance. Olgin is gonna be changed because he's kind of tired. I think Augustine as well with Gulair and Bola with Medina. And these are the changes I make for this game. Now, actually, I'm bringing Warwick as well. Yep, Warwick. He is very good playmaker, and I don't know, very good player overall, I think. Hudson in the box. O'Kane. O'Kane scores. How did he score that? Very good finish, don't get me wrong. I'm just surprised he scored that. Most of these shots I feel like are wasted, especially on the volley like that. But not for O'Kane apparently. So I think the time allows us to have another game. Only because this was a fast one. There weren't really any long chances or many chances. Warwick, can you provide a pass right now? I mean, it's the poorest pass he could have done in that context. The cross for Guler is not really great, but okay, can you score again now? Wharton back to Weigel, and who loses the ball? Of course, he loses the ball. It could have been a great goal. It could have been 4-0, but alas, it was not meant to be. Very good performance, though. I'm not gonna be super critical. It was a good performance overall. I'm delighted by it. So 6 points off Millwall, but again, I don't care about making the playoffs. That's not the purpose of this season. This season is all about staying up and cementing our position in the championship, and that's basically just about it. And against South Shields, I actually want to try and play a rotated squad. I believe there's no point. Augustine wants a new contract. No, no, not. I feel like the DOF will just offer him an insane deal. Let's check what he's been offered. Because I'm afraid to look. Honestly, I'm very afraid to look. Holy crap. Right. Yeah, I don't have the money for that. Potentially at the end of the season, we'll try and renew it. Hopefully, he will agree to a better contract at the end of the season when we actually have the money. He's been training amazingly. He's very good. He's the best player we have. Um, uh, right. Let's sell him as well. If I can get some money from Chris, that would be great. Honestly, he's more of a squad player. I mean, he's not even a squad player. He's a super backupy player at this point. But if he goes, then I still have O'Kane and Guler who can play in the attacking third. So really, there's no need for him to stay at the club any longer. Dawson is gonna play, and right, let's bring on the reserves for the game. O'Kane, Guler, and Hudson on the bench, right. And Bakayoko for Hull. And I think these are all my subs. Oh, Nonti with Augustine and Augustine Guler, right. This makes some sense. Against South Shields, I feel like my second string squad should be fairly easily winning the game. But we'll see. We have a pennant for losing clear games, or rather than clear games, games that we're supposed to be winning. I'm hopeful for a big game next round, like Arsenal or Manchester United or I don't know Liverpool away from home. That would be great for our financial predicament because we are in a very huge financial predicament at the moment. I really need to address that some way. And the cup run would be the simplest, I think the simplest solution to our problem. Competition prize money and gate receipts. This is basically what would be the simplest way to get rid of our debt without selling any more players. That's why you're sold, my friend. You cannot be missing those easy to score chances. I say easy to score, it's basic to score. Okay, can you provide a good cross? Yes, the cross was good. The follow-up from Robinson was not. How did Guerrero miss that? I think this is why Chelsea allowed him to go on loan so easily. Because he's not that great. Oh, how did he? Hmm. Why did he had it? I don't I don't understand why did he have to had it? It was fairly easy to just volley it, right? Or wait for it to fall on the ground and shoot it properly. But no, he decided he's gonna head it. Because why the fuck won't? Why the fuck not? At least United are having a hard time against Cardiff. At least. We should be winning the game. We're not winning the game. I don't understand why. Because we're having chances. We're just missing. It's a pen. Warwick was fouled. Who's taking it?
Nonti, I think he has a 50% chance of scoring it based on. He scored it. Perfect. 1-0 up, finally. Yeah, I have to make some changes right now. But this should be the game over. This should really be the game over. I mean, there's nothing happening. I think this is the most boring game of football I've ever had to live come. This is the most boring game of football of the season. I cannot even get happy with the goals because they're against a much weaker opposition. This is the level that we are at right now. We can play a second string team, and it's good enough, very good enough to take this opposition, and it should be. I mean, these guys are playing in the championship, right? As backup options. You'd expect them to make short work of a Vanarama National squad. And we've created a lot of chances. We have a huge XG, very good goal from Chris. It's offside, right? No, it's not offside. It's a good goal. But at the same time, I feel like 3-0 is way more, or way less than it should have been. At the last, I'm gonna praise them. They're my second string team. They really need some praise just to lift up their morale a little bit because they're not playing that much. And I don't know, it makes sense. Very good, 122k, and we are now down to 300k in the red. That is very good. They say he's a 22-year-old winger, 21-year-old winger, a winger with 12 acceleration and 11 pace. Right, that makes a lot of sense. So, thank you all for tuning in. These were the three games for today. 5-2 defeat against Peterborough, 3-0 win against Cardiff, 3-0 win against South Shields. Good performances. Good performances. The 3-0 win against Cardiff was great, and the 5-2 defeat against Peterborough was actually okay, given the fact that I don't think we deserve to lose by 3 goals, but whatever. Doesn't mind. Never mind. Doesn't mind. Never mind. I think we'll be back at the end of the season. Probably here. Leeds, Luton, and possibly Sunderland as well. But we'll see where the winds take us. That will be all for me. Thank you for tuning in and for your continuous support. Leave out in the comments what you think of our run of results, what you think of our first season in the championship. Just drop a like, drop a sub, and love you guys. Bye bye.